All right. Again, Diesel We the People News. One more time at it. Okay. Never look straight forward. Always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Use the Second Amendment. Arm yourself with knowledge. Okay. Quit going by hearsay. Everybody's hearsay. I am. This YouTube channel is. Judges, attorney, cops, everybody. Hearsay. 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 All right. Get the facts on your side. Do your own research to be able to protect yourself. Okay. Anything I say, it's just my opinion, okay? Just take it with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not an attorney. Cannot give legal advice. Signed a contract with a bar sometime or another, I guess when I was a baby and did not know. All right, let's proceed forward.
I don't want to have the police involved either. I have a constitutionally secured right of seniors. I would advise you, I understand that, and I have an implicit right of access, and that's a public meeting in a private room. So I have an easement by necessity to be able to come here. This is no different than if it was a school board meeting. Let's say the school board decided they want to have a meeting. Did they exclude me from the school board meeting?
So at this point, you don't have a badge.
It doesn't have to have a badge for the conference.
There were registrations paid to attend this conference. You did not pay to attend this conference.
I'm a member of the press.
If the director of this says it's a paid conference, you have to be registered to be here at the conference, and you're not invited, whether you're president or president. I'm going by what they say. I know you say a constitutional right, I know, but then they say, well, no, you have to be a registered.
Can I show you the law? I mean,
You have it on you?
I absolutely do.
Let's sit back here and look at it.
I'd like to stay here to look at it. I'm not here to create a disorderly. I'm not here to be disorderly. I'm not here to create any kind of problem.
You're not disorderly, but you're hinging on it because they can't carry on whatever they're doing.
They can. I'd be happy to sit right here and just monitor.
But they don't want to if someone unregistered is here.
Well, if it's just simply an educational meeting, I don't understand.
I don't know what it means about. I don't know anything about what's going on. All I know is the hotel staff who owns this says that the registered person.
Hotel staff owns this. Well, no, they waived their ownership once they leased it. All right, it's kind of like you renting a motel room. The clerk there cannot give police access to my room once I rent it. It becomes my property at the particular time. Okay, and nobody's actually kind of putting that together, but that's exactly what it is. This room is rented out, so it no longer is part of the hotel. It's separate now.
Yeah, you're going to be trespassed.
You're trespassing.
I figure that's probably what it's going to be, and I'm okay with that. I'm prepared. I've already got a habeas petition in my pocket right here, so I counted on that. I would advise you guys to contact your corporate legal team.
You gotta love it. He was paired with the habeas. So as soon as he got arrested, he just slaps that habeas in there. And of course, we talked about Kirk not having pencil and pen and all that. He couldn't even write his own habeas. Outside people had to do it. But there we go. He has it on hand. So once he gets arrested, he puts it in there.
Before you violate my civil rights. And you can do whatever you want to do, but it is a violation of my civil rights. If I have a constitutional right to be here to report on these public officials, which under Article 1, Section 19 of the Constitution, I do. We also have in Tennessee something called the Open Meetings Act, which this right here constitutes an Open Meetings Act. This constitutes a meeting of public officials under Title 8, Chapter 44 of Tennessee Code. So they can trespass, they can do whatever they want, but the judiciary cannot meet in secret. It's the public policy of this state that meetings not be conducted in secret. They can't do that. They can't come here. Just like the Secretary of State deciding we're going to have elections in the Embassy Suites Hotel, and we're going to trespass anybody that's a Trump supporter, or anybody that supports Biden, or anybody that's black, or anybody that's women. They can't do that. It's the policy of this state not to have meetings in private, behind closed doors. So I'm here by constitutional right, I'm here by statutory right, and I have, if the state is going to have a public meeting in a private venue, and I have the right to cross that private venue and to be here as a member of the prison.
Yeah, it's private property. This is private property owned by Tennessee States.
It was at the state capitol? Yeah.
But the state cannot come onto private property in circumvention of the Open Meetings Act. That's what they're trying to do. And they're using her as a mechanism to try to trespass me so that I can't be here. But I have a constitutional right to be here because it's a public meeting.
Sir, all I can say here, it's private property.
I understand
I need to ask you one more time, please, to leave this meeting.
I can't do that,
You're
ma'am.
gonna
I
have
have
to
a
leave
right.
one way or the other.
I have the right to be here.
You're gonna have to leave one way
If
or the other.
if I'm arrested, then they can do that.
Gentlemen,
But
as far as
and
I'm
prepared
concerned,
to
he's
do that if that's
trespassing
the
at this
case.
point. Gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, he's trespassing at this point.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Trespass. Hop on that.
Okay. Are you gonna arrest me?
Right now, you're still being detained while we decide.
Okay. Let's go out there.
I don't know what to tell you. Private property. The lady from. Let me finish my sentence.
I think he should have pushed it a little bit, because now if they said they was going to arrest him, that would be under threat and coercion and all that, right? Now he could pay leave. But your case is still stronger if you actually get arrested, because there is, in fact, a injury party. It sucks, and attorneys kind of circumvent this, but when there is, in fact, an injured party, it's harder for the state to get the judge on your side. And when the judge kind of looks at you, well, you still walked out on your own 2 feet. So, you still complied.
The lady who was managing this private property says, "You out." So I'm following.
And if that's
Infringement of your rights,
it is an infringement of my rights. And if you guys need to arrest me, please do that. Is because it will create a constitutional crisis. I have a constitutional right to be here, and I have the right to be able to do that. These are public officials, and it is the public policy of this state that people cannot have public meetings behind closed doors in secret. That is the policy of this state. Title 8, Chapter 44, Section 101. Be happy to show it to you. I've already showed it to this trooper right here. She was very kind. She understood exactly what I was showing her. I also have a application for acknowledgement of public right of access that I issued to Chief Justice Page yesterday. Haven't heard back from that. Chief Justice Page is their supervisor, so they have a
who's
position.
there? Who you appointed?
Director Tate and
Now, they play these games that they're not going to answer you and all that, but why don't we start actually using their games against them, right? Because if they do something now, or they put something out there for you, you are in silence of acquiescence, and you test to agree to their terms by not answering or rebutting or whatever. But these government officials that hide behind closed doors don't answer nothing, but we never tell them, well, sorry, they're in default, they're in silence of acquiescence and attached to agree to my terms, I actually allowed to be here. Boom. Allegedly, boom. Criminals are still criminals.
Rachel Harmon. Don't know them. I've had really good conversations with Ms. Harmon, but we're at an impasse on that. They don't get to tell me what my rights are. My rights are my rights. What I'm saying is that the administrative officer reports, this is a taxpayer-funded event. You have one political body making policy recommendations on the administration of public justice. That's being done behind closed doors. That cannot happen under our state law. I have a right under Article 1, Section 19 of the press to go in there and report on everything that they're doing. If they want to try to trespass me, please cuff me and let's go.
Now, I admit, from what I'm hearing, like I said, I just walked out. I don't know who's
I understand.
what's the meeting about, but when all I can go by is whatever it's set up for. This lady who's managing this property says, hold on just a second.
Who is him?
Okay.
Listen to this. Mr. Toulis? That's you, right?
I'm David Tillis with Nigger Radio. Hello, ma'am. I'm a reporter.
I understand. At this point in time, you are trespassing on a private event on private property. I'm going to ask you to leave, please. They've rented this space. This is their space. You are not registered to be in their conference, so I do need to ask you to leave at this point.
And may I ask who you are, please? What is your name?
My name is Lisa Hegwood,
Hegwood.
and I work for the hotel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Well,
So please.
ma'am, this property has been ceded to the state for this event. It's not a private property anymore. This is a state body. This is a state piece of property right now by easement.
And I understand you're trying to do your job, and I'm just trying to do mine.
I appreciate that.
Okay?
Thank you.
So please, if you don't mind, would you please leave the event?
No, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Gentlemen, at this point in time, I'm going to ask
Please
you
stand
if
up
he
and
is
leave.
trespassing on this property.
Mr. Toulis,
Yes, sir.
please. You'll have your chance to redress this, but
No, sir.
right now
No, I'm sitting right here.
Okay.
I'm sitting right here.
You'll be trespassing here now, sir.
And who's against whom? This is
Against you.
trespassing against which party? Who's the offended
Embassy
party?
Suites. The Embassy Suites are the ones that are trespassing now. Because you're not registered for this conference. This is for the conference members only who have registered.
They have not been in any way injured. Neither has the conference in any way been injured by my presence.
That's
here.
going to be to you to take it up with the Embassy Suites, with their corporate office. They are asking to trespass you to leave. So we're
That's
asking
very
nicely.
convenient that you can. The conference can put this on the hotel. The corporation now is what?
So, really, the judicial branch, right, is using all these little fishies to do the bidding so they can escape, unlawful judicial thing, right? Now, he can sue the motel, the business, for violating his rights. These officers can get sued, and the judges could be set free, right? Because they're saying, hey, why don't you guys do this and this and this, okay? But really, none of the judges or lawyers are going out here and saying, hey, we're going to trespass you from our event that you paid for. See how they're doing it, how they're playing people and kind of keeping themselves behind the closed door still and escaping accountability. And again, we need to find out who judges are and all that. Well, and just tell them, well, they pushed the issue. They need to be impeached. They are led to believe and do believe that the bar members are in control of everything and made themselves kings.
For this action. I don't think that's proper. Is there a judge going to say that this needs to be a conference? The conference needs to trespass me. That needs to be what happens.
Okay. Well,
The conference needs to trespass me if that's what's happening. It's not happening.
yes, it is.
I'm not
hotels-
trespassing.
the
I'm
hotels-
here as a member of the press. This is a public function paid for by taxpayers. I have a right to be here.
You're going
I'm
to
not
take that
leaving.
up? Take
No,
that up?
I'm not taking it up anywhere.
Yes, you are going to leave.
No?
Mr. Toulis, please stand up.
Jeff, come on in here. We're swearing to get this.
Okay, then at this point you're under arrest. Stand up.
No?
Stand up.
I'm not.
Put that down.
Again, people, how many of y'all would actually stand up for your rights?
Stand up for me, please. Don't make a scene in here, please.
No, sir, I'm not going to stand up. You have to turn me.
What about?
Stand up, Mr. Toulis. Mr. Toulis, please stand up.
Is this something
Look, I have the strength to report.
Don't resist arrest. Okay, then stand up. It makes it easier.
Make it easier.
Would you like us to get EMS here so that you...
I have strength for all kinds of things,
Okay, well,
but I
stand
don't
up.
have strength to assist you in violating my rights to be here. I have a right to be here, and I do not have the strength to stand up to help you do that. I'm not going to cooperate, okay?
Mr. Toulis. Honestly, this is a lot easier.
No, I have a right.
And to be honest, he missed an opportunity there. I'm not assisting you in your kidnapping. Why? Because they are violating his rights. They are in the guise of kidnapping him. because it's unconstitutional what they are doing. So if they don't have a lawful right to do what they're doing, that is under the guise of kidnapping.
Be here.
Yeah, you need to stop
Article
resisting,
1, Section 19, I have a right to be here. I have a right to be here. Article 1, Section 19, is there a city court judge somewhere going to intervene for this reporter exercising his rights to be a member of the press? That's what's happening here. And these people are going to arrest me, and you're going to blame the judicial conference asking the hotel to trespass me? He is not going to trespass me for this public meeting. This is a public meeting. A public meeting, paid for by taxpayers, paid for by litigation taxes, and it's under the Tennessee Open Meetings Act. Why am I being arrested for covering this meeting?
Can we ask you a question? Is this yours?
Yes, it is mine.
Mr. Toulis, I'm going to ask you one more time, okay?
I don't have
If
the
you don't,
strength to do that.
I understand that.
I
I'm
don't
going to
have
call
the
the
strength.
EMS here to have you wheeled out. Is that okay?
Please
Or
do
would you
that,
like to walk it on your own?
I do not have the strength to cooperate in my unlawful arrest.
Okay.
I'm unlawfully being arrested. I do not have the strength for that. I do not have strength to be unlawfully arrested in front of 60 judges in this room, serving the state of Tennessee, paid for by municipal taxes, county taxes. I have a right to be here. I suggest that the meeting proceed, and if you let me, I will just make notes on my laptop, not run my phone, but I have a right to be here, at least to hear what's being said. I mean, I will agree to not run my phone if someone would intervene on my behalf and say, okay, well, if he agrees to that and the speaker doesn't want his video made, fine, I'll let the handcuffs go, ignore that, and just sit here quietly and make my report. I'm here to make a report on this conference. I have a right to be here. I have made my demands to Justice Page by letter, certified letter. It's in my paperwork. And I have a right to be here. This is not proper in any way that judges, who are all attorneys who know the law, who have to uphold the law, allow a member of the press, Nuga Radio, 96.9 New Chattanooga, to be arrested for covering a public meeting. This is a public meeting. The public has a right to know. Or are you all neo-feudal lords over the rest of us peons and hayseeds and bumpkins? I'm from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Am I a bumpkin? I do not have the strength to cooperate in an unlawful arrest. This is a kidnapping. I'm a member of the press. This is a public event. I'm here with my laptop, my badge, and my computer, and my phone, and you're going to let me be kidnapped by these officers without warrant. You have a duty under 47-103 to get a warrant first. Get a magistrate to approve of this. You have a duty.
Right now it's trespassing.
No, it's not trespassing. This is a public venue. This is the easement of this event. It makes this not a private place. The easement of the engagement of the AOC of this place makes it a public venue. It's not a private venue anymore. It is not a private venue. It is a public venue, and I'm here to cover a public event. Please take the handcuffs off and let me sit and get my computer going. I have a right to make a report.
You'll have a chance to explain to the
Get a warrant. This is not a disturbance of the peace. You're making it one, but there's no reason this is proper. This is not a proper arrest. Okay, it's not proper.
I want to see.
So if you get kidnapped now and you yell out for help, 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 is that disturbing the peace, people? This is We the People News. Bye, y'all.